All right, everybody, welcome back to the Sideshow. My name is Mingo.
This is Tony.
I'm Seabass.
And before we start,
All right.
for all the listeners, the last one being nephew, I've heard it many times. I've even noticed it myself. I've spoken to you about it.
What?
My nasal issues.
Oh, yeah. What's going on?
Hear
Finally
it?
get to bring it up.
What's that?
We finally get to bring it up
You heard it too?
every time.
I brought Flonase.
No, that ain't gonna help shit.
Yes, it is.
We'll see.
That just makes it sound wetter.
Yeah, if you listen to any of that last part, I'd like to apologize.
I'm gonna give each nostril two.
Two blasts?
So there you go. Hopefully this will change it.
Thank you.
I might even leave this puppy right here. So I'll use it every time.
You know, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook it up to the AC on the outside with the little bottle and just spray it in the air.
You know, I actually try to sit further away from the mic
Right?
because I know it's happening. And
Now, I've known you for a long time because high school was 87, let's say, right? About halfway through our career that we met, through our high school career. So 87, and we're what? 23? So what's that? How many years is that? It's 20, 30, we're like 35, right?
something like that.
So I've always remembered you having,
Really?
nasal issues, though.
Well, I don't know if we spoke about this once before. I didn't go to school for like almost a week. I
Okay.
was sick. Every morning I'd be sick as a dog.
Oh, it's because you didn't clean your room,
I
right?
didn't clean my room.
So are you blaming it on your wife? She hasn't cleaned the
No.
room? What you're saying?
No, because you didn't clean this room.
Oh, but you will sound like that when
Yeah.
you walk in that front
It ain't
door.
this
Don't give me that
fucking
shit. This fool working the outside trying to blame this room. You kiss my hairy white ass. Shit.
Dude, when you turn on this air conditioner in here, the puff of dust floats through the air. I've seen
I have to turn it off an hour before you get. It's cold.
Listeners, I
I
walked
gotta
into
bring
their
my
house.
jacket in so that I can sit and do the podcast.
I walked into this house and they're pumping AC.
Yep.
Yeah,
You guys are crazy.
it's because we cool cats.
No, I'm in sweats, hooded sweatshirt.
You know why?
Well, I gotta be hooded.
I gotta keep the house cool, so when winter comes, the AC might be able to keep up.
Winter is here.
So when summer comes, that's what I'm saying. I got to keep it cold during the winter. So when summer hits, the residual cold will still be, you know what I mean?
You're crazy. I walked by a vent and it was going. I'm like, you guys are crazy.
Sure, we're bigger than you are, dude. Like, you know what I mean?
That ain't got nothing to do with it.
What
It's
are you talking
cold.
about? I run hotter than you.
Well, not run, but we get what you mean.
Right, well, my body runs. To run my body, it takes more, so it runs hot.
We got new bedroom sheets. Okay?
Okay? For your twin mattresses?
Yes. The salesman did a great job upselling my wife. Okay?
Again, blaming the wife, but continue.
Yeah, this is
I don't know. I don't know how much she paid for them, or how much we paid for them.
How much you paid for him?
But they got to be pricey if you get them from the mattress store.
right.
I believe they're bamboo.
Oh, you're fucked.
Dog, these sheets are so cold. I swear to God, it's like laying on a puddle that just froze over. So when you touch it, I swear to God, dude, cold. And then we got the sheet that goes over us, the first sheet.
Right.
That's cold too. Cause my wife likes it cold.
Right, it's supposed to keep you cool. It's not.
Dude, it does a great job. Trust me, too good of a job. I hate going to bed right now.
So do you go to bed like in sweats and socks and a sweatshirt?
No, but I'm complaining at every inch that touches my body touches the sheets. I'm crying, and my wife's laughing at me.
As she should.
Dog, them sheets are cold. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, that's because you ain't got no iron in your system either. You ain't got nothing to, you know what I mean? That's some bullshit, Tony.
Well, if you like sleeping cold, I recommend some bamboo sheets.
Crying and whining and can't even let your wife enjoy the new
So,
bed.
Shout out to Cat City Vince for selling me that mattress and those sheets.
I mean, you bitter. God, good Lord. Those are nice. The bamboo shit is not like I had a pillow that's bamboo, and that kept my head cool too. I liked it better than a regular pillow.
I don't like that. Like I said, when I'm sleeping on my daughter's air mattress, I gotta put like 2-3 sheets down before I lay down on it because that cold air in there. It's no good. No bueno.
What cold air and what?
In the mattress. The plastic with
You
that air.
cannot. It's just a plastic. That got nothing to do with the air in
it's
the
cold.
plastic.
It's
You're
cold.
tripping.
Was-
It's the air on the outside that affects the plastic, not the inside.
No, it's the inside. I can feel it. When's the last time you slept on
Yeah,
an
I'm
air
sure.
mattress?
I'm sure you feel it
When's the
inside.
last time you slept on
What?
an air mattress? Exactly.
Early 2000s.
Exactly.
Maybe 2010,
Exactly.
something like that.
New technology.
I bought the ones that have that layer of felt on top, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The old school.
But was it one that rose off the floor? Tall off the floor?
No.
Oh, is it old school? It's like a straight up mattress on the floor?
No, it was like a 2 foot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. It was a big,
Yeah.
big, thick mattress. His mom said, "I should have known. That was just signs. I should have known because I had a blow up recliner
Oh,
in the living room."
yeah, it's horrible.
She says, "I should have known. That was red flags all over the place." Yeah, you chose not to see them because you saw the real me. Funny shit. All right. So besides your burgers, everything good? Wife, family, kids, good?
Yeah. Yeah.
She gonna kick your ass for saying she didn't clean the room?
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that at all.
You didn't deny it either.
I'm just saying I'm in a room right now that's hella dusty.
Okay. Dude, did you watch Chris Rock last night? Was it last night or the night before?
Night before.
Did you watch it?
I did by luck. I just happened to remember because my wife and I were thinking about what to watch.
Right.
And I said, wait, I think Chris Rock's got a special on tonight. And it was 6:30 and it came on at 7.
Right. Oh, you got okay. So you watched the whole thing?
Yeah.
I think I caught it about halfway through.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I'm not a huge Chris Rock fan, but I wanted to see what he was going to talk about with Will because that's all they kept talking about was he's going to address the Will Smith issue and blah blah blah. Let's see if he punks out or see what he really does. And those last 10 minutes where he addresses Will was about the only thing that I really liked, that I thought was really funny.
I kind of thought the Meghan Markle, I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah, I just didn't.
Wait, the Kardashian dad,
Yeah, that was kind
That
of
was
funny.
funny.
Yeah, that was kind of funny.
when God told him what he told him,
Yeah. You gonna be what do you say?
your daughters are only going to be with black men.
Oh yeah. That was pretty funny. But when he went after, dude, like everybody's been waiting for him to address it, right? And everybody's like, because he went out and did those shows with Kevin Hart and Dave Chappelle, and he didn't address it during those shows, right?
Right.
So everybody's been waiting. So a week before the fucking Oscars, and he drops it. And I think that he addressed it really fucking well. And I think that I don't think there was any other way for him to do it. And even the way he ended it by talking about how don't fight in front of white people and then threw the mic down, I was like, okay.
I think he threw that mic down a little too hard, though. He should have just dropped it.
No.
He slammed it.
Yeah, he slammed it like there. Now shut the fuck up and leave me alone. Or threw it on the floor like, let's not fight in front of white people. Come get it. You know what I mean? That'd be pretty funny to find out Chris Rock got his ass whooped in some dark alley by Will Smith. Or Jada. One of the two.
I was really surprised when he actually said that Will Smith is bigger than him. You know, he was pretty much admitting like I'm a skinny little
dude. Yeah.
And Will's a much bigger dude.
Yeah, I mean, there was no doubt about it. Even when Will was standing in front of him, you know what I mean. When you could see the size difference between the two, and they were. Did you watch the show afterwards with Dana Carvey and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? And they were talking about how Will has what they call it, selective anger or some shit like that. Well, they were saying, well, if it was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar up there saying that shit, he'd have never said nothing. And JB Smooth said, yeah, did you see that Bruce Lee movie he did? He would have put his fucking foot straight out from the stage and pushed Will back in his chair and said, mm-mm. And even Kareem said, yeah, he would, if it was me on stage, he wouldn't have said shit. So it's interesting to see people's takes on it. And there are some people that don't like it, and they think that he deserved it, right? But all these other comics and people are backing Chris Rock up, saying that he doesn't deserve to get hit like that, and that Will was a punk for doing it. Are we still all on the same page? What's your feeling about the whole thing at this day and age, or at this stage a year later?
Yeah, I think it went as exactly as it should have. I was really surprised that
I'm sorry. You said you think it went as well or as it should have.
Yeah, meaning
that Will should have got up there and hit him.
No, that he shouldn't have gotten up there.
Oh.
I mean, he shouldn't have done it.
Right.
And Chris taking this opportunity to finally say something about it.
Yeah.
Instead of putting something on Twitter or doing a little video.
Right.
I was really surprised. You could tell how angry and hurt he was when he kept saying everybody was calling Will Smith a bitch. He was a bitch. I mean, he said that like at least 10 times in a row.
Oh, yeah.
Paid any attention.
Yeah. Well, and even when he was, what was he saying?
I mean, and he didn't say I wasn't calling him a bitch, but he was like everybody was calling him this, and he started naming people.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, when he said, well, you know, Jada hurt him more by putting it out on their fucking Red Table YouTube channel that she had an entanglement, and he's right, dude. Like. She did it more dirty than anybody else. Why you still defending that chick? You know what I mean? Like, damn, dude. How much you gonna take from her?
And they said he got paid $40 million for that special.
He got paid $40 million for that?
That's what they say.
Holy shit. Well, and it was all for the last 10 minutes of the show, because I'm gonna assume that the tickets were pretty pricey. Right, if they're going to pay him that much, not to mention what they're going to get from people watching it on Netflix, right?
Do you think Netflix is going to do stuff like that now? Put on live shows that you have to make time for, make sure to be there?
I think so, because that was, but I don't know if you could follow that up with anything that would be worth. Hey, you got to be there to watch it live. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, how do you follow up the biggest scandal of last year? Like, because it's everybody's wanted that. Everybody's wanted. Okay, how does Chris really feel? Like, what's really going on?
I mean, they might go into sports, for example, like how Amazon does football now. You got to watch it on Amazon when it comes on. Netflix might get boxing, UFC, something along those lines. Soccer.
Dude.
Never know.
If UFC could score boxing, or, I'm sorry, could score the UFC.
If what?
If Netflix could score UFC.
Okay.
You could put a fork in everybody else. They'll be done. Netflix it'll just push over the top, dude. I mean, there's nothing that Netflix has done that has stopped them since they started. I mean, even charging people or canceling people's accounts because they have too many fucking logins from different. And I don't give a shit. I want to watch Wednesday again. You know what I mean? Like people aren't stopping from logging on to Netflix because of it. You know what I mean? They're not canceling their subscription.
So when you say stick a fork in them, you mean
they'll never catch them. They can still be on. They'll still be, what they are, but they'll never reach Netflix status.
I don't understand. I'm lost.
I don't know how else to explain it.
Hulu,
Prime,
okay.
You know what I mean? All the other services that are out there, they'll never reach Netflix status because Netflix will be so far ahead of what everybody else is doing that you won't be able to catch them. You would have to come up with something so new and spectacular that it would be how? What could it be? You know what I mean?
So like I said, like Amazon now has Thursday Night Football. You're not a football fan, so.
Well, but I think but for the right person, just like I guess UFC, you could say it the same way. UFC would have to be that for, but I think UFC is as big as. I don't know. There's gonna be a lot of pushback on that, but I would say it's as big as football at sometimes.
No.
Yeah.
No way.
Fuck yeah, bro. I think like last night, this past weekend, John Jones fought. First time in 3 years.
First time hearing about it.
And he came back as a heavyweight.
Did you watch it?
No, I ain't gonna pay $79 to watch him fight. You fucking tripping. But if that shit was on Netflix, as part of what they... all day long, I'd be on Netflix even longer. You know what I mean? Because I think that's what they measure is how much time people are spending logged on to Netflix.
But at this point, I think they just have to consider how many new subscribers they would get to invest that kind of money into something such as the UFC.
Well, I think it would be... I think that it's going to be, okay, we have this many people logged on to our service at any given point during the day, worldwide, right?
Right.
If we put on a special event with UFC and played it live, 50% of our listeners or 50% of our people that watch will tune in for it. And because how many of the people that are already walking into the door at UFC have Netflix?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
So it wouldn't be new subscribers. It would be more time spent watching.
But that's money already in the bank. If they already have a customer, that's already money in the bank. They need to recoup the money they're spending to the UFC.
Right, but they do that also with time spent listening. Because if I could tell you, okay, you could put your fucking movie that just came out, you can put it on Hulu, and all 30 people that have Hulu will watch it. That are avid Hulu watchers, right? Or you could put it on Netflix with us and have the 15.4 million avid watchers watch it at any given point. Now, obviously, Hulu has more than that. I'm just talking shit, but we'd love to have you as a sponsor, Hulu, if you'd like. Please just reach out. So I think that, there's definitely... Netflix already has the bigger platform, obviously. So if you were to bring something like that over... it would just make sense to bring it to Netflix and let Netflix they may not grow a shit ton of subscribers, because how many people do you know that don't have Netflix?
50% of my family don't have Netflix.
Well,
How
right, because
old
they're
is
all
50%
using
of
yours,
your
right?
family?
Right. So that's not. Come on. How many people outside of your family do you know that doesn't have Netflix?
No, everyone's got Netflix.
So there you go. Why would you? You know what I mean?
Did you see how big the smile on his face was? He was like, I got him.
Yeah. So they're already that far ahead of the game. You know what I mean?
But it's all about dollars and cents. So when you ask me how many people do I know that don't have Netflix, I'm talking legitimate subscribers, which is why I said 50% of my household doesn't. So that's, what it boils down to, again, is if they're going to put in X amount of millions of dollars to the UFC in order for them to broadcast their fights,
Right.
they've already got my dollars and cents, regardless if they have UFC or not. They need to attract new viewers that are willing to pay.
Right. But they also, they're so big now that they're charging people to put their media on Netflix. Netflix doesn't pay for shit. I'm sure that at this point, they're charging companies to put it on their system,
Their platform.
Right? So that's why at this point for Netflix, time spent listening or time spent watching, logged in, whatever the fuck you want to call it, is just as important as new subscribers. Because the longer you can keep somebody on your platform, the less chance of them using
A different one
changes. So even if Hulu had their 30 customers, those 30 customers still had Netflix, but you're putting on better content, chances are they're not going to log into Hulu that day. They're going to log into Netflix and continue watching what it is you're putting out. Make sense?
But does it make dollars?
One of your dad moments there, Tony.
Definitely one of his dad moments. Because I just explained how that works. But okay. It's okay, Tony. We like you anyways. It's okay. What kind of coffee do you drink?
White chocolate mocha.
The fuck's a white chocolate mocha? So it's just white chocolate and
To be fair, it does say it all in the title. But
With no whip.
that also checks out.
It's my go-to.
Right on. What do you normally get when you go to...
Mocha Frappuccino with extra mocha.
You don't do the cookie crumble one anymore?
Too much.
Too sweet?
There's too much shit in it, yeah. And there's chunks. I fucking hate chunks in my drink. That's why I don't like ice. If I can drink it cold, like if it comes out of the machine cold enough that I don't need ice, I won't use ice. Because I don't know, like I don't like chunky bit, and that's definitely the spectrum coming out of me. But I don't like chunky bits in my drinking liquid.
So you definitely don't like the ice from Sonic?
Fuck no, I don't. Hell no.
Really?
If I can get it with light ice, yeah.
I didn't know that about you. I've noticed that you'll grab a soda right out of the box and drink it, and I'm like, how the fuck does he drink a warm soda?
Because it's cold enough in the house that it's cooled off a little bit.
Yeah, he's got a point there, I noticed.
Yes, Tony, we know.
But yeah, I don't like.
So did you
I don't
used
like
to have the
chunky
Java
bits.
chip?
No, it was the mocha cookie crumble. And the way that they make it is it's like an Oreo. Is they do mocha on the bottom, a layer of whipped cream, and then more chocolate on top with like the crumbled up cookie pieces in it, and then whipped cream on top.
Sounds delicious.
It was good, but the chunky bits, man.
I used to drink the Java chip.
I tried that one too, and same thing. But I think that one's just on the top, right? Just on the whipped cream, because it's like the little chocolate shavings.
No, just shavings all throughout.
So yeah, that's why I don't drink that one either.
But the Java chip is actual, like, the roasted beans, right? It's not the...
No, it's chocolate chips.
Oh, okay.
It might be both.
Yeah.
It might be.
That wouldn't be that bad. I'm not big on the, like, biting shit or eating shit that tastes like coffee. You know what I'm talking about? Like
toffee cake or coffee
yeah,
cake?
like, well, That doesn't taste like coffee. They just like cake you're supposed to have. With
I wouldn't
coffee,
know.
but-
I've never had coffee cake.
Yeah. So
Really?
Yeah.
It's a cinnamon cake. It's slamming.
It's what?
Oh, boy, do I got a bone to pick with you.
Me?
Yeah.
What did I do?
I went to Taco Bell. My wife went to Taco Bell specifically for those Cinnabon bites.
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Horrible.
No, they're not.
Which ones are you talking about?
Oh, we were
The
so
cream cheese
disappointed.
ones?
No, that's still taco.
Okay.
Taco Bell's the ones where they have they're like the cinnamon donut things from Del Taco, but they have like the Cinnabon frosting in the middle.
Oh.
No. Horrible.
So good.
No, they weren't. We were
And if
so
you get their breakfast, they have the Cinnabon iced coffee. That shit is good too. It's like the cinnamon coffee from Panera.
Taco Bell has breakfast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Dude, they've had breakfast for like 2 years now.
What do you...
I've never had it, but they've had it for like 2
It's
years.
not. It's not great. The coffee's good.
Hey, Wendy's has breakfast now too.
I don't go to Wendy's.
Don't tell them that. They'll light your ass up.
Well, I'll tell you what, dude. I saw this shit on TikTok and I had to fucking try it. Okay, so I learned how to make biscuits and gravy years ago, and I've perfected it over the years. I think this last couple times I did it, we were pretty much on point, right?
Yeah.
So they had this one, and I don't like saying what it is because saying it out loud just sounds really gross. But I made chorizo biscuit and gravies. Chorizo gravy and biscuits. Fucking delicious, dude. You make a link of the chorizo, and you throw in just a couple tablespoons of butter there towards the end. Throw the flour in there to make your roux or whatever. Add the milk. Fucking bomb, dude.
Nasty.
Fuck, it was so delicious. So good.
What makes you think it's nasty?
Because chorizo shouldn't be a gravy.
Why?
Because it's just not supposed to be. It's
Why?
nasty.
Why can't it be?
Because
To me, guacamole should be, or an avocado should only be guacamole, and Filipinos make it an ice cream.
Hold on. Why do you think that's nasty?
Because chorizo is pork, and you're not supposed to make gravy out of pork.
I'm sorry. What is sausage?
Pork?
Pork?
Okay.
I like beef gravy. Turkey
So you don't
gravy.
even like breakfast gravy?
Yeah, that's good.
That's pork gravy.
That's pork gravy, Tony.
That's the white gravy.
It's gray though, and white. Chorizo's got like a red oil to it.
Okay.
That just sounds nasty to me.
Red sounds nasty to you?
Yeah, like a red oil in the gravy. That don't seem
There
right.
ain't no oil in the gravy. The butter, the flour sucks all that shit up.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like it.
There was a little red tinge to it, but that shit was bomb,
good.
dude. This shit was really, really good, dude. You're missing out. You need to try it. You need to stop being so fucking delicado and
Toy.
eat.
Hoity-toity.
What's the newest shit you've eaten lately? Because you said you were gonna try starting new
I tried
shit.
something last night.
Yeah, what'd you try?
My wife and I went to San Miguel. Mexican food.
The one right here by the house?
No, we tried the one in Cass City.
Oh, okay.
Big difference. We're gonna be coming to this one from now on.
To the one here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Green chili with shrimp inside.
Yeah.
I tried that. My wife loves it.
Really?
Yeah. Why you?
Because there's certain ways to make the green chili, and every time that I've had it from, that it's really, really hot, like spicy, almost to the point where you can't taste anything else, and your nose is running. Sound like you when you first walk in here. I just don't. I don't, because it comes with there's a lot of seeds and shit in there, like because they mix it with its tomatillo and it's all the different whiter chilies, and I don't. Not a big fan.
Honestly, it didn't really taste like much.
Well, then you do shrimp, and shrimp is nothing, right?
Yeah, and it was a hint of the green chili, and I think it's got cheese in it. And I was like, I had about a half of it because they're pretty big.
Are the shrimp? You mean the shrimps are pretty big?
No, the pepper.
Oh. Wait a minute.
Or was it a bell pepper?
Are you talking about the appetizer where they bring out the little white chilies and they're like a greenish color, yellowish color?
Yes.
That's not green chili.
What is it?
That's a chile güerito. It's like a white colored chili, and they put shrimp in there and cheese.
Yes.
And then they give you a little sauce. And that's usually it.
Don't look at me. I don't know.
Green chili is something else. It's almost like a stew. So that's why when you said it, I was like, shrimp. Like, okay. Yeah, those are good, dude. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I didn't like it. I would say I don't like it. I wouldn't order it, but
Didn't do anything for you?
No, not at all.
Because to me, those aren't hot. Were they hot to you?
No. Just, again, you could barely taste the chili.
Right.
And shrimp doesn't have any taste, really.
What about the sauce that they gave you?
The first bite, I tried it without the sauce. And then the second bite with the sauce, but then all you taste is the sauce.
Isn't that all you taste when you eat pizza?
No, you taste the cheese, you taste the pepperoni, you taste the dough. It's a flavor explosion.
Hopefully
in your
by
mouth.
then it's not dough. It's already like bread, but I get it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it would be the same thing with that. You got the cheese and all those things, and you go to bite it, and it's an explosion of flavor. It's not like you're biting each one separate. They're all together.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan.
So it's been a long time since we talked about it. Is that the only thing you've tried different?
Yeah. And that's just because it's the only opportunity we have. I don't think we really haven't been going anywhere, like out to eat.
Okay.
So yeah.
And when you guys are at home, do you do more of the cooking like on the grill, or does she cook more like inside, like normal, traditional? Does she make you Mexican food?
No, she doesn't really cook too much.
No.
I probably cook more than she does. But we'll for the most part, like during the week, it's real basic stuff.
Right.
For example, the other night we had, we like the frozen burritos.
Right.
What's the name brand?
Monterrey.
No, was another one. Doesn't matter, I guess.
Yeah.
But we like them deep fried with some white rice.
Okay.
That's a great meal for us.
And are they like just the bean and cheese, or do they have meat?
Chimichanga.
Okay.
Then you deep fry them.
Right. Do you fry them in oil or butter?
Oil.
I like them in butter.
Really?
Yeah, good, dude. You cook them in the microwave for a little bit.
Yes.
Before they get hard.
Yeah.
And then throw them in there with some butter. Oh, bomb.
Huh.
Are they the ones that have like green chili in them?
Don't know.
The other thing you could do is take them. Take like the bag of them, right? It's like when the kids come home, you need a quick meal. Take the bag of them, put them in a 6x9 or whatever that pan is, whatever size that is. Put all the burritos in there, and then take a can of green enchilada sauce and pour it in there, and then cheese over it and bake it. And they're like enchiladas with that fucking good, dude. Just a real quick, you know what I mean? Give it a little extra oomph. You're good to go, brother. Some good stuff right there.
We get these burritos from this spot called Villa Bakery off Ramon Road.
Right next to.
I know exactly where that's at.
Yeah, right next to the 7-Eleven right there, right?
Now they used to be big
because it was a donut spot too, right?
Exactly. Teddy's
Okay.
Donuts. It used to be, the burritos used to be humongous.
Right.
Started getting smaller.
But the price kept going up, right?
Yeah. Now, dude, we just got some on Saturday. I got some for lunch, and my old lady said to bring her home one.
Right.
So she was looking forward to it when she got home from work. Bro, she opened it up. She was so disappointed. And she's like, what is this? Because, dude, it's like probably a third of the size it used to be.
Wow, it's like a taquito now.
Dude, it was really bad.
Well, so there's this place there in Coachella that kind of like is the go-to. Like, if I don't take lunch or I got to do something real quick, we'll just fucking go there. And their burritos are, I mean, they're probably about like that. They're a decent size, right? But when I first started working out there, they were like 5 years ago, right? They were like $10, and that was with a drink. That's a reasonable amount of money, right? $10, fuck, it's a little high, but you know, it's got carne asada, it's got your pico de gallo, it's got guacamole in it, and that's it, right? It's the way it should be. And then your large Coke. So, all right, $10. Dude, I went the other day and I ordered one, a little bit over $18 for the same fucking thing.
For a burrito and a drink?
For a burrito and a drink.
Oh, yeah.
I thought, this is fucking crazy. I said, there's no way. I'm not spending that shit here.
That's crazy.
So, and then I went back because they do these, they started making these like a bowl. So you'd get a burrito, but in a bowl. So there's no tortilla. It's still beans, rice, whatever meat you choose, your pico de gallo, and you know, they slice up the aguacate on top. So you get slices of guacamole on top. And then your however many things of salsa you want, right? Dude, that was $11. And you needed a drink still. So that came out to like $14 for everything. I'm like, I'm fucking bringing lunch. Peanut butter and jelly it is. Fuck this dumb shit, dude.
You know what's surprising me? In Palm Springs, high-end Palm Springs.
Okay.
It started with a corner here, a corner there, not in busy intersections. Like dudes selling fruit, just a stand.
Right.
Put up an umbrella.
And
boom,
go.
And go. And then you started seeing those fruit stands on more major corners, which surprised me.
Okay.
Then, you know how we got Santiago right here?
Yeah.
There's one in Palm Springs off of Vicentino near Sunrise, near the corner. So it's actually on a corner of Vicentino.
Okay.
But it's like 1 block over from Sunrise.
That's very sad taco right there too, though,
Yeah.
right?
But I'm surprised that the city's letting them do that.
Why?
Because first of all, again, this is Palm Springs.
Well, but I think in order to do that, you have to have a peddler's license. You can't just go and set up and they're going to turn a blind eye to it. Especially in Palm Springs.
That's what I'm saying.
You have to have a peddler's license.
Well, now I saw a new food. They got the whatever that meat is that's on the spigot.
Alabama?
On the corner of Palm Canyon and Farrell. During the day.
Really?
Dude, it's like there's a Walgreens right there.
Okay.
Right there on the sidewalk. They got the makeshift. They got the table. They got like 2 6-foot tables. They got the canopy. They got that meat on a spigot. And I'm like, man, I cannot believe it. I can't believe the city's allowing them to do this.
Well, I'd rather see those guys than homeless.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Because they were talking about how bad the homeless problem was out here, what they were going to do.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not against them doing it. I'm just surprised that Palm Springs
is okay with it. Well, that shit is delicious. You can't go out and be, oh, no, you can't do that. By the way, can I get 3 tacos? You know what I mean? Because that's what's going to happen. They're going to come out there, oh, senor, we need to talk to you. Oh, see, you want to talk? You want a taco? You want to try? Okay.
But, I mean, as far as, like, the regulations, cleaning supplies, sanitary air and sanitation.
Yeah, there's got to be something about open air meat like that,
See
like
what I'm
off the
saying?
road. Like,
And again, I could see it in Thousand Palms. I could see it in Cat City. I could see it in Desert Hot Springs. Palm
Right.
Springs? That's a little different.
You said you keep that shit out of my clean neighborhood, motherfuckers.
you know what would have been nice? Had that shit been around during spring break. That would have been fucking dope. Have some tacos and watch half naked chicks walk around. It'd have been like being in Cancun. You know what I mean? It would have been good. It'd been the perfect setting for a nice big. I'm just gonna go downtown Palm Springs. I'll be back in a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't mind seeing some food trucks out here.
You know that once a week down in Coachella they do
I heard about that. I think it's like Friday nights.
Yeah, they do like a whole garden of trucks. There's like 10 trucks out there, from Asian fusion to.
Really? Mm-hmm. Have you ever gone?
I have not, but we should go.
Why wouldn't you go after work?
Because I'm tired and I'm dressed in fucking. I guess I could just take another shirt and that's all I would need to change.
But I know food trucks are pricey.
Yes.
Yeah, you're definitely paying $20 for a burrito.
But you know what? Some of those are better than what you're going to get in a restaurant.
Yeah?
If you find the right one, because that was, oof. I'll tell you, when I was out in the Oakland area, you can find you some really fucking good taco trucks. Really, really good. There was one on Ho Street, is what we called it, because that's where all the prostitutes would be at, and they would be at the top. So you couldn't always stop to get out because all the girls were there, and you didn't want to have the errands truck parked right there, and you standing around trying to order tacos, and the girls are trying to talk to you or whatever. But they had some really, really good shit out there. Have you heard what they're called? It's called a putaco.
No.
Have you ever heard of it, Sebastian?
No.
So do you know what a pupusa is?
Is that octopus?
No, that's pulpo. A putaco is, so it's called a pupusa, okay, and it's Salvadorian. So what they do is they take the tortilla and they make it really fluffy, or they make it on one side, right? They'll make it round, and then they mash and blend what they're going to put in it. So, like, some will be like beans, chorizo, and cheese. Some are just beans and cheese. And then they have chicken and something. I don't remember what else they make them out of. It's big on them. But what they do is, and then they put the meat or whatever filling they're going to do, they fold the taco over, and then or the tortilla over, they flatten it out, and they cook it like that.
Okay.
Right? So now what they do is when you get a putaco, is you order the kind of meat you want, right? So let's say you want carne asada and you want adobado, right? And then you tell them what kind of pupusas you want, and they put the pupusas on there, and those are your tortillas. You take it, and you just grab a chunk of the other meat, and you make a taco out of the pupusa. So it's like having two countries at once, two meals at once. Here's the funny part, is a couple of years ago, you'd watch everything, and everything was about, healthy food, and be careful when you go out and do this, and you had to make sure certain shit was on the menu, right? And then they went into where people started doing shit with smokers, right? And they're getting crazy with the shit they do with the smokers. And then they got the restaurants that started doing shit with cheese, where you order a hamburger and they have those. Have you ever seen them where they put the wheel on this machine? It's got a heater on top. So it's heating that top layer of cheese. So when your food comes, they put the end and they just scrape that top layer of cheese off onto your plate. So whether it be your burger or whatever it is, that's what they do. So in Mexican food, what they started doing is they take the cheese and they put it right on the griddle, right? And they put it in whatever shape of whatever they're going to serve it on, whether it's a tortilla or if it's on bread, right, like in a torta. And they use that as that burnt cheese as their cheese, right? So that
The
started.
burnt cheese is the tortilla.
Yeah. So the more they started going deeper and deeper with it. There's that place that in Vegas, if you're over 350 pounds, you eat for free, and if you're not, and you don't finish your food, they paddle your ass on the way out the door. Like you have to. That's part of the disclaimer. If you don't finish your food, you get paddled. You get punished for not eating all your food. And so they have like a regular cheeseburger, but it's got all these different layers. It's got all these cheeses on it, and then they have one that's like, they call it like the heart attack, and it's like 8 burgers stacked on top of each other. And then they do all these smash burgers and all these gourmet burgers, and we got to try a $12 burger and all this bullshit, right? So everything's kind of led to all of this. Like now everybody's got a challenge at their restaurant. There's a place that'll do like a 50 taco challenge. So they come out and they have like carne asada, they have adobado, they have chicken, they have blah, 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 potato. They have all these different ones, right? And you have like an hour to finish all 50 tacos or some shit, right? Then they have ones where
like the hottest hot wings.
Yeah, and then they have one where they'll build you like an arm length burrito. It's like a 5-pound fucking burrito.
Damn.
And they wrap it in bacon at the end. And they deep fry it so that the bacon cooks.
Well, it's crazy to hear him talk about it because it's like, it's got a pound of this, it's got a pound of this, it's got a pound of that in it, it's got a pound of this.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to finish it in a half hour or 45 minutes, and you get your picture stuck up on a wall in a fucking t-shirt here.
And the food was free. You're going to go and try to... I mean, I don't know how people would... Like, I'm a big boy, but I can't sit and eat a 5-pound burrito. It'd take me a good 4 days to finish a fucking 5-pound burrito, right? And these guys, there's just one chick, she's this little Asian chick. She'll go in and she mows that shit down like nothing, dude. And then it's the burrito, and they give you all the fixings on the side, right? So you still got beans and rice, and you have your lettuce and avocado and the guacamole and the sour cream, and you have your drink, and you got to clear the plate, like everything's got to be gone. And she'll go there, dude, and they're taking a bite, but it's like they're not even fucking chewing it, dude. They're just swallowing it down. Like you're not enjoying it by any means. You're not going to be done and be like, goddamn, that is the most delicious burrito I've ever swallowed. You know what I mean? Because you're not tasting it. But these people will go on and they do all these challenges across they'll start getting emails. Hey, have you tried the challenge at this place? And he'll drive from wherever he's at. He'll drive 100, 150 miles to wherever this restaurant is to go do this challenge.
Like that, what was his name? Adam Richman, Man vs. Food. He made a whole show about it.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. What's the most you think you've ever eaten in one sitting? It was probably pizza, right?
No, actually, we went out to eat with Luis and his wife, my wife and I.
Okay.
And I don't know if I had already eaten and we decided to go out. We went to a spot called The Bar, or just Bar. It's on Visicino.
Okay.
You never know what this place looked like from the outside. It's at the old Sosa's.
Okay.
It just, dude, on the window it just says bar.
Okay.
But you walk in and it's like, it's crazy in there. But the problem is it's really small.
Okay.
But I'm talking, it's got old wooden bar where their drinks is their thing, but they serve food.
Right.
My wife and I, we ate burgers and whatever else. Maybe let's say French fries but dude, I had just eaten too much. I don't remember what it was that I ate before. I know it couldn't just been from that bar. But bro, when I got home, as soon as I got out of the car, I started yakking in my front yard.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, dude, I was just to the limit. Couldn't do it.
What is the most you've ever eaten? And
it had to be between two instances. That fucking pizza that we had at your house, where the slice was as big as a normal large fucking pizza box.
Damn.
They called it the fucking King Kong pizza. It's like that scene out of Uncle Buck. You should have seen the toast. I couldn't fit it through the door. The fucking slices were huge. I had one. And I was what? 10, 11, 12. I had one, and within a half hour, I was throwing up.
But he enjoyed every fucking minute of that fucking...
Not throwing up, but eating it, I was fucking ecstatic.
Right.
Or going to Korean barbecue. Because we were there for the full 2 hours that you're allowed to be there, and we fucked up a lot of meat.
Really?
Yeah. Meat, cheese and corn, rice, drinks. Yeah.
I think for me, it was 90. It had to have been 98 because Super Bowl's after New Year's. So it was 98. And we were doing this promotion for somebody to win a TV on the air. And we would throw them a Super Bowl party. So they won. We got there. Super nice chick walked in, and they're, hey, there's pozole, and there's 2 different colors. You can get it. You serve it white, and then you could add your chili to it. You can have red or green or whatever. I was like, cool. I said, I want some green. So I had some green pozole, and then I went back and I said, hey, you know what? I'm going to try some of the red. So I had another bowl. I had a bowl of the red. And then I'm sitting there, and I go out, and we're watching the fucking game, right? And I'm standing up watching. And she comes over, and she says, do you like ceviche? I was like, what's that? And she had this fucking bowl, bro. It had to be one of those bowls, like if I put my arms out, like my fingers would come together, but that's about
Barely.
it, right? Like one of those bowls where you need masa in or whatever, you know what I mean? It was a bowl like that of ceviche. And she had made it with red snapper, and they mince it up, and they mince it up with all the different ingredients, and then just a shit ton of lemon to cook it, right? So she says, oh, it's, explain to me what it was, and I was like, oh, cool, I'll try it. So I'm not a big fan of fish, but, I'll give it a shot. So she gave me a little plate and some chips to try it. Dude, I mulled through that fucking bowl like it wasn't for anybody else but me. I went home and I was so fucking, like, my stomach was hard. Like, I was like, ooh, this isn't gonna be good, dude. I think I'm gonna have to put my finger down my throat because it was bad, bro. It was bad. But that shit was bombed. I'd never eaten it before. And she made, that's probably the best ceviche I had ever had up until this point, is the one that she made for that Super Bowl. This shit was bomb, dude.
Isn't it amazing how when you're younger, what you could throw down?
Fuck yeah.
Dude, I remember high school, right after high school, in and out, I get a 4x4, 4 patties.
Yep.
And eat it like nothing.
And still be ready to eat when you got home. Mom, what's for dinner? Damn.
I couldn't even imagine doing that now.
Yeah. Yeah, my body alerts me pretty quick. Like, even like, if I'll make something for breakfast or I'll make something for dinner and then I'm thinking about it and I'll look at it, it'll be like, don't try it. Have a sample and step away.
I'm getting a lot better at knowing when I'm eating with my eyes.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's like, you want another one? I'm like, yeah, I do, but you know what? I'm pretty full, so that'll just take me over the top.
Yeah. And you're probably saying it like half passed out anyways, right, already? 'Cause it's amazing, though, like, we talk about, oh, I have a 4x4 and then I got home and eat some more. Now it's like, hey, I had a fucking 4x4 and slept from like, 5 to midnight, woke up and had me a couple of Tums and went back to bed. Like, what happened, dude?
Speaking of burgers, I just figured out about 3 weeks ago, I no longer like Five Guys.
That sucks.
Why?
I don't know. I don't like their burgers anymore. We had it like 3 weeks ago, and I do not like them. The time before that, which was probably a few months ago, I was like, that really didn't taste that great. And then we had it again like 3 weeks ago. I was like, you know what? I'm done with them.
There's a lot of flavor in those burgers, though.
There is.
There are.
But for some reason, it ain't hitting right.
Really?
Yeah. But the real problem is they got the best vanilla shakes.
Can't do shakes, bro. I'll end up in the bathroom before I leave. And ain't nobody gonna be happy with that. That's the worst, dude. Somehow, they're saying that I saw an article about In-N-Out has the second most healthiest hamburger out of the fast food joints. It's right behind Whataburger.
Whataburger?
That's what I said.
Is there one in Palm Desert?
No. Whataburger's just Arizona, Texas.
Oh, is it Which? I'm thinking. Is there a Which in Palm Desert?
But there's a Fuddruckers
Which
coming
is
back to
good.
Palm Springs.
Which is good.
Oh, yeah.
I never had it.
Their sandwiches are fucking bomb, but it's expensive as fuck, dude. Very, very expensive.
Hashtag worth it.
Yeah. Again, if you'd like to sponsor us, please reach out.
Absolutely.
Fuddruckers is coming back, you said?
Yeah, it's supposed to be somewhere in Palm Springs.
Really?
I believe off of Vista Chino is where I think I saw.
Because they closed the one at the Ontario Mills Mall.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. And Fuddruckers is good.
Fuddruckers is good.
Was never like a really big, like, oh man, we got to go to fucking Fuddruckers.
Bullshit.
There was one that was right there by the movie theaters there in...
That every time we went to the movies, we got to hit Fuddruckers first. We had a whole plan one day where we were like, we're going to get up. We're not even going to do nothing. We're going to go in our jammies. We're going to go eat Fuddruckers. We're going to go watch a movie. I don't remember what movie, but I remember eating Fuddruckers in my pajamas.
Good times, huh? Good times.
Yep.
Let them bring... We'll go have fucking Fuddruckers in our jammies here and give a shit.
No, not here.
No way.
Too old.
Too old? I thought you were going to say, I'm afraid so-and-so will find out that I was in my jammies in town. I don't know who so-and-so would be.
Yeah, I don't either.
I was hoping maybe you'd spurt a name out, but it didn't
But
happen.
not on here.
That Habit over there by my house opened.
Oh, yeah?
So I'm going to give it a try.
Where is it at?
Go ahead.
In front of Pep Boys on Date Palm. Across from McDonald's on Date Palm. Next door to 31 Flavors on Date Palm.
Oh, okay. Is it a drive-thru?
Yeah.
Interesting.
We're getting a Jersey Mike's out here.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be by all that shit that just opened up right there. What Habit, Chick-fil-A.
Oh, that would make sense. That would definitely make sense in there.
Give Firehouse a run for their money.
Yeah, I don't like Firehouse.
Yeah, I don't either.
It's been a while since I've been there, but their steak sandwiches are pretty good.
I didn't like the taste of them. I didn't like the taste of their sandwiches. And then the guy that was working there was just kind of, I was like, yeah, no, I'm gonna fucking...
And Jersey Mike's got a killer cheddar cheese, what are they called? Chicken Bacon Ranch. They got a good chicken bacon ranch sandwich.
We must be hungry. We're talking a lot about food
Yeah.
today.
You gotta get the Chipotle's cheesesteak.
Yeah?
Oh,
Because
on
I
Rosemary
heard
Farm.
Chipotle. I'm obsessed with Chipotle right now. Not like the restaurant, the flavor of Chipotle.
I was like, I didn't know you liked Chipotle that much. Shit.
I don't.
I heard this story about the self-driving cars, electric vehicles, smart vehicles, if you will, on how they're going to the manufacturers are trying to patent certain things that the vehicle can do.
Okay.
For example, when you're late on your payments, apparently what they're going to do is first they're going to alert your cell phone. Hey, payments past due. When
Hey,
can we
punk,
expect
we
payment?
coming to get it.
Right. Then they will send you messages, I guess, on they call it, what the fuck do they call it?
Like the dash?
Infotainment center?
Infotainment center, exactly. They're going to give you those messages. When those two don't work, now that's when they're going to really start messing with you.
They're going to have the car drive itself back?
No. Well, that's also something they
That's
said.
the last fucking...
They said they're going to have your AC not work.
Oh, that's inhumane. That's cruel and unusual punishment.
They said they're going to have sound, like the speakers give off sounds that are going to be annoying.
Cruel and
While you're
unusual
driving.
punishment.
They said if you're leasing the vehicle, and they'll know that you're adding too many miles to it. They're gonna make it to where, I guess apparently according to your paperwork, it shows where you work. They're only gonna allow the car to go to and from your job. No personal usage.
Fuck, they can't do that.
Yeah, that's
Apparently
cruel and unusual punishment
in
too.
the contract. You're gonna sign up for it.
Well, that's the fucking world that we've been talking about that we were coming to.
The social credit score bullshit.
Yep.
Dude, could you imagine out here, 110 degrees?
Well, but what are they gonna do on the flip side when they go to plug it in, and all of a sudden the fucking none of the city has fucking power, and you can't charge your shit because the grid went down. How many fucking credits am I gonna get for that? And Tesla just dropped the price of their car again for the third month in a row because they're not moving cars.
Well, from what I understand, also is because they're not the only game in town. I mean, they were the originators. That's why everybody was flocking to them.
Well, they said that the Camry is probably the closest and one giving it its biggest run for its money.
They have an all-electric Camry?
I believe so, yes. Now, I don't know about doing a hybrid car. Maybe a hybrid. I don't know if I'd go full electric.
A friend of mine, an acquaintance of mine, had a hybrid truck, pool guy. I didn't like it. When he would come to a stop, like the engine would turn off. It's like I guess.
Yeah, that's something that all cars are doing now.
The gas portion of it would kick on when he would go above like 15 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Something like that. And I rode with him, and it was just, I guess it's just something you need to get used to on those.
Was it super sluggish?
No, not at all. Not that I remember. It was just, you could feel when the gas would kick in or when it would turn off, and it's just electrical. And that feeling, because to me, it's like you think your car turned off. So I didn't like it.
Yeah, I don't like all that control that they're going to have over it, dude. Like, that's way too much bullshit, dude. But, hey guys, learn how to fucking act right or they're going to teach you. Right? Like,
That's true. They said they're going to lock the doors. Like, if you ain't made your payment, you're going to try and go somewhere, doors are locked and you can't unlock them. Wow. I mean, honestly, it's because in all actuality, it's really not your car. You're making payments to them for it. So until it's paid off, it's not yours.
But obviously you're not making payments on it or that shit wouldn't be happening, right?
Right.
So it's even less yours. But there's got to be some sort of provision. Okay, so like for the first 2 years, this kind of shit can happen. And once you've reached like 2.5 years, okay, you've paid half the car. So, whatever. Not whatever, but it's not like we're going to get our money back out of it anyway. So we're going to send fucking Elroy and burn it. You know what I mean? Like, how crazy is that? Imagine that, dude. Going out on a date with some chick. Oh, yeah, no, I got me a nice Tesla, blah, blah, blah. Oh, shit, okay, baby, okay. Go inside, come have dinner, go out, go get ready to jump in your car. And the valet comes and, hey, sir, I'm having trouble getting into the vehicle. What do you mean? Yeah, I mean, I hear the keys, but it's not letting me in. Hold on, baby, this guy don't know how to use no Tesla. Come on, man, let's go. Could you imagine? How do you get in it? Do you have to call and make a payment right then and there?
Yes, quite possible. Hey, in technology, you can. I saw a video, and I guess it's just Big Brother, because when I was looking into this repo stuff on electric cars, YouTube showed me a video of a repo driver, right? Dude, quick with it, kid.
Yeah.
My man, the camera was on the repo's truck, facing the back.
Okay.
Like from the back window.
Okay.
And, dude, it was like a AM, PM or a gas station. The dude got out of his car. His old lady was probably going to start pumping. He went into like the store. This repo truck, dude, quick, was in reverse, got right behind the car. The girlfriend saw, jumped in the car. The big whatever it is came down under the car,
Right.
and it happened in a matter of seconds. It started to lift the car. You could see the reverse light go and then go blank.
Right.
Like she threw it in drive, but by then he had already lifted it.
Wow.
And the dude came running out. That's my car. That's my car. The guy's like, hey, I'm sorry. If you want, I'll let you take your stuff out, but I'm taking it.
Wow.
But dude, it was so quick. It was like, oh my god.
There was a video, and it was from. It looked like it's from the apartment complex. The guy parked, and he waited for a second, like 10 seconds, and he comes driving in, right? And they were parked at the very end, and then so it's the end, and then you had the spot with the blue stripes, and then you had the special parking, right? The dude backed the truck in with the bottom forks out to pick up the front end. Picked up the front end, swung it out so that now the car's facing the back of the truck. He pulled out the teeth, went forward, came back, and picked it up the right way and was gone, dude. All within 10, 15 seconds, that dude was gone.
I know there was a reality show of repo car drivers.
Right.
I never watched one. I would love to see it.
It's
really dramatic.
Yeah, it's really ghetto. but there was when we lived in Hayward, there was some guy had gone and picked up a car, and the guy drove like a mile away from the house, went and parked behind a grocery store so that nobody would see him, so he could finish strapping the car down and then do his paperwork before he took it to the yard. Well, while he was in his truck doing his paperwork, they came and they shot him in the back of the head or side of the head.
Damn!
And took his car back. Now, how dumb is that? Like, first, why are you going to shoot somebody over a car that you didn't make payments on? Second of all, they know that they picked up your car. There's going to be video of you shooting a guy. What are you thinking? That car ain't worth going to jail for. Unless you got product in it. And that could cost you your life if you don't get it back. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would be the only reason, right? Like, why else would you go and do some dumb shit like that? Like, that's crazy.
Man.
Well, right now, I know we talk about conspiracy theory shit, and you think it's all crazy and all that shit. So that train in Ohio, right, that derailed and had they burned.
The newest one?
Yeah. Well, there's a second one, right, or the third one.
I understand. From what I understand, this is actually the fourth.
Really?
Yeah, it's just that the one with the chemical spill was so big that's what made it break the news.
So what do you think? Like, there hasn't been 4 fucking train derailments that bad in how many years? Like, when was the last time you saw that happen? Especially all in the same fucking city.
Yeah.
Something going on. You gotta admit, something going on. It seems a little weird. How about that? We'll just go with that.
Well, I mean, from what I understand,
Okay.
is they're saying because of the regulations were loosened to where it's allowing these problems to happen. From what I heard, like when these massive regulations were lifted, they cut like a third of their employees, maybe even 2/3. I just remember the third part, because to maximize profits.
Right.
And apparently this last one, there was only one guy working, the actual conductor. There was nobody else on the train. Where a train that size should have had at least 4 people.
And that's the one that wrecked with all that fluid shit on it, right?
No, I think it was the last one.
The last one?
This last one, did you see the video?
No.
It was a car that was parked at the rail.
And he's driving by, and all of a sudden you see him start buckling. Yeah. Okay, so that begs the question. Even like, okay, first time that shit happened, be like, hey guys, we're gonna have to be a little bit more vigilant. We're gonna have to keep an eye out. Blah 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 blah. Some things have changed. Regulations have changed. We're gonna work on it, right? Second one happens. Fuck, this is happening way too often. We need to get somebody on this shit right away. After the third one, why are you letting anybody go out by themselves conducting a train? Like that just seems like irresponsible at that point, right? Like, how is that?
Yes, if it was that simplistic, yes. Meaning, trains got to go. You can't stop the schedule.
Right.
Okay, we seem to be having some issues. We need to have more people on these trains. Let's start hiring people back or new employees to be able to do that. That takes time. I mean, all these happened in the last, 3 months?
Yeah, if that.
I mean,
you can't get anybody trained to do that kind of job in 3 months, right?
They might, quote unquote, be working on it. But again, from what I understand, they were saying we don't need to have all these people anymore. Let's, let them go.
How crazy is that? It just blows my mind.
But because you mentioned conspiracy theory, do you have any thoughts on why it's happening in this same area, town, state?
No, because I don't know enough about. I hear tidbits and I haven't had a chance to kind of sit and look at it. I know that those a week and a half, 2 weeks before the first accident, they were offering those people in that town those health bracelets to verify their health. It also had a GPS system on it, yada yada, and then all of a sudden 2 weeks later, that shit happens, and then they give them out to everybody that was still alive in that area as well. So they were talking about what was going to go in that area that was, and I can't remember what it is, so I don't want to say it and be wrong. But I also know that they keep talking about, climate change and all this bullshit. And there was an interview I saw, and they were talking to somebody. It was a doctor who was well-renowned. The doctor said, farming needs to stop. It's driving climate change. Well, if we stop farming, what the fuck are we going to eat? If we stop growing corn, if we stop growing fucking whatever else we grow out, oranges and almonds and all that bullshit. Because here's the other thing is that there's what's that? There's a guy in England that has a show kind of like where he brings guests in and talks to them and asks them about their points of view of shit. And they're talking about, oil and electric cars and blah, 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 and this and that. He says, well, it's kind of hard to take you serious when, you want us to do all this, but you want to eat your, you want to eat your almonds and all this bullshit. He says, but we don't grow almonds here. We buy them from California. And so then they fill up their machines full of gas to go shake the trees, to pick the almonds, to box them, to put them on a truck, to drive them to the ports. They're going to put them on a boat. They're going to fill it with diesel and come across the pond to put into another truck and drive them out to your grocery stores. How much emissions are you going to let out before you get to eat your almonds? It makes absolutely, you're the one killing the earth, not us. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many, yes, okay, so, we need the earth for something else, or the earth is saturated with all these chemicals that we've used and all this shit. Even, what was the guy that does those movies that we talk about? Ted Nugent. Ted, no, I know it's somebody else, but it was Ted Nugent that I'm thinking of, was interviewed by somebody, and he says, you guys, everybody gives me shit for hunting and killing animals and going out and finding my own meat, whether it's elk or deer or whatever it is that I'm looking for. He says, but a farmer kills more animals and insects and everything when he plants his fucking crop with pesticides, because you can't have gophers, you can't have moles, you can't have butterflies, you can't have this. So they spray the shit out of them with pesticides so that if those animals do try to come, they die. He says they're killing every living animal that's around all that shit so that they get a good crop. When I just walk out into the forest with my bow, and I kill what I'm going to eat, and I come home. He says it makes absolutely no sense that you would think that I did that. And all the animals that I eat, they're all vegan. So that makes my meat vegan. So I'm vegan. Which makes fucking sense, right? Like, I just don't get, like, these kids that are growing up and they're attaching themselves to this rhetoric, and they're saying, yeah, we need to stop farming. Okay, well, but then where are you going to get your food? Where do you think all that shit's going to come from? Like, what do you think is really going on?
I think they just see they think of Bambi getting killed in an inhumane way that upsets them. Ted Nugent sitting in a tree waiting for a doe to go by, and he kills it.
I don't think you can kill those.
A doe?
Yeah.
Why not?
You gotta kill a buck. Because a buck's the male. And the doe, you save them to reproduce, right? You can't kill does, right?
Is that a real...
Yes.
Really?
It's a law.
No shit.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
And I don't think you can kill young bucks. Their antlers have to be a specific size.
You have to have like 4, I think, right? 3
Yeah,
or 4.
4 prongs or something like that.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What?
You can't use lead. You have to use copper rounds.
Right.
Seems like some people give more of a shit.
Yeah. Actually.
There are like when we buy shit for our 22, which is what it's called, like it's called plinking, because that's the sound that it makes when it hits the metal, is plink, right? So it's a gun to plinker with. And when we do that, we use the lead bullets. And so you'll have a bullet, so it's about that long, right? And then the back end is either copper or steel. The tip is the projectile, which is, thank you. The tip is either copper, right?
Yeah.
Copper or lead. You can't use lead to kill an animal. It has to be the copper one, because of you get lead poisoning or whatever. You could shoot it in the wrong place and you can get sick from eating it. Or you don't kill it and you hit it with that.
And that's inhumane.
Right.
Because you're killing it with lead poisoning.
Correct. So if it's escaped and you can't find it, but it's got lead in its system, it's going to die from that, as opposed to having the chance to heal if it was with a copper bullet.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Yeah, I didn't think that. I never thought that they'd look that far into it for hunting and so forth.
Yeah, there's a lot of regulations like that. Just even like there's certain times of the year that you can hunt certain animals. Like every year, September 21st, that's dove season. The same with fishing, right? Like if you're going to go fishing for salmon, there's only a certain time of year that you can go do it, I think. And the same with deer and alligators the same way. You can only hunt them a certain time of the year.
Okay, when you're shooting, let's say deer, you could actually visually see, what you're shooting at, what you're trying to get.
Correct.
So when you say salmon fishing, how do you know what you're just putting a line in the water?
Right.
What if you?
Well, because
That's why there's what's called catch and release. So you catch it, you visually see what it is once you catch it, and if it's in regulation, you keep it. If it's not, you throw it back.
So if it's out of season and you catch one, you got to throw it back?
Yes.
and it's got to be a certain size. So like let's
Size
say,
or weight, I think.
Yeah, like say you caught one and it was under, 6 inches and less than a pound and a half, you'd have to throw it back in the water. You couldn't keep that one. And there's certain places that you go because it's spawning season. So it's when they're swimming back down.
I think so.
I think is when you can go fishing for them, because they swim upriver when they're getting ready to spawn. So to go lay their eggs and shit, they swim upriver to do that. And then they stay up there for a couple of months, and then they come back down once they've done their business. And it's at that point that you can fish for them, I think.
And how long is the season?
I have no idea. That's out of my realm. That I don't know. And it's usually like 3 months, right?
I don't know.
I think that like the hunting seasons are that, because you have elk, moose, deer, boar. What else is out there? And then all the different birds have their own seasons. You have a duck season. Pheasant, quail, dove. What's that other one that they always talk about? Starts with an H.
Herring?
No, that's a fish, right? Herring's a
Maybe.
fish.
Fuck, I don't know. Bird
So
that starts with an H? Hawk? No, you can't hunt hawks.
You can't hunt hawks. I can picture it. It's like it's wild turkey too. All that shit's got a season, and you can only eat a certain size and blah blah blah. So it's very specific as to how things work, and you can I don't know if you have to, but you can, or is it you can't go hunting for birds with an actual rifle. It's got to be a shotgun, right?
Shotgun,
Do you know?
Yeah.
It has to be a shotgun?
I think so, yeah. Because if you do a rifle, you're just going to fucking blow it up.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and even if you do a rifle, you'll never fucking hit it.
Yeah, that too.
I mean, you'd have to be able to trace it or follow it. You know what I mean? To lead it. And you'd have to be really good at it to hit a bird. That's not... You know what leading is? You know what that means?
No.
So, let's say the bird's going that way. So you know that you can't aim where it's at.
You have to aim ahead.
To hit it.
Yeah.
You have to aim ahead of it. Then you got to figure out, okay, so he's there. My bullet's going. I got to aim a little bit higher than that because it's going to naturally drop by the time it gets to it. And you got to kind of figure all that shit out. So that's what they call, that's what's leading, is you stay ahead of it, shoot up in front of it, let it run into your bullet. That's why they tell you to shoot with a shotgun, because it splatters, as opposed to just one single round. You'll never fucking hit it like that. But it's really interesting that these kids get behind this shit, and they're we gotta stop, we gotta, but it's like, dude, you want to stop it, but what are you really doing? Like, you're gonna kill the economy, and you're gonna take the food off your table, because now you got to rely on the government to be able to make enough money or to make enough food or whatever they're gonna fucking replace all that shit with for everybody. And what makes you think they're gonna be able to do that? I mean, they're
hardly make decisions on their own now,
right? And their electrical supply has proven not to be all that stable, already. Like, what do you really expect them to do? Like, I think we're heading to a point where we're relying too much on the government, and they're gonna fucking fail us big time. My 2 cents.
I ever tell you I saw an eagle once?
What kind?
I think it was a bald-headed eagle
Yeah?
over on Catalina. Near Catalina, I should say.
The island or the street?
The island.
Oh, okay.
When I went there, I think I talked about the story. I went fishing with Dan and them, and I got seasick, and
Oh, yeah.
it was there. We were at some island near Catalina, if it wasn't Catalina, but it wasn't populated, this area at least.
Okay.
And we were fishing near the actual mountain of the island.
So, like, it was like a cliff?
Correct. And the guy, the captain, if you will, he was telling us, you see the eagle up there. So we're trying to look, and some guys could spot it out. I couldn't. And then, they're pointing at it. I'm like, I don't see it. So they had caught some fish. And the captain said, watch. He chopped the head off of one of the fish and chucked it. And within 30 seconds, dude, all of a sudden, he popped out of the mountain. You could see him.
Really?
Yeah, he came and got that fish head. And that thing was humongous, kid.
Yeah, bro.
It was incredible.
There's like those videos that they show they'll pick up like little fucking goats, or they'll pick up little dogs, or picked up little kids trying to take them up to their fucking nest.
Crazy.
But you say that shit, and the whole time I'm trying not to fucking laugh because I'm picturing that fucking scene from Nacho
I
Libre.
fucking knew that's what you were gonna say.
Did you ever see that movie?
Bits and pieces.
Oh, it's a great fucking movie, dude. Oh my god, where he climbs up the side of the mountain and he eats, or he cracks the eagle egg and he eats it, and then he dives into the water from up there. And, whoa! That's a great fucking movie, dude. I enjoyed it. I think that was probably one of his better movies.
The one part that I always remember is it's like a booger head came out. He was like eating.
Oh, one of the
like,
little kids,
so
right?
No, it was him. And I don't know if he sniffed it back up. That had me chuckling.
Take it easy. Take it easy. Fucking hilarious, dude. Or where he's leaning up against the wall and he had just gotten his new fancy
nucleus.
suit. Yeah, and he squeezes his ass cheeks trying. Oh my god, dude, fucking hilarious.
The part where they throw fucking elote into some dude's eye.
Oh yeah, you didn't see that part? Did you see that part?
Not that I
where somebody
remember.
throws a street corn into somebody's eye.
Wasn't it Skeletor that did that?
Yeah. Have you watched? Did you go see Cocaine Bear yet?
No.
Did you start The Last of Us yet?
No. Somebody told me, I'm not going to name names.
This last episode was off the chain, dude.
They just say it's another Walking Dead.
No.
No, it's much better.
You know why they said that? Because they haven't played the game.
And it's faster than The Walking Dead.
I think they're going to finish the first game in this first season.
Like, it's not like they draw out, The Walking Dead drew out the intensity for a whole season on this one character, on this one band of enemies. And they're on episode 8, and they're like 3 people, they're like 3 groups of people in. It's fast paced, it's good, dude.
Oh, yeah.
It's really, really good.
Episode 5. There's only been 5 episodes.
Yeah. What?
Wasn't there only 5 episodes?
No, that was episode 8.
Are you sure?
Or 7. There's one more. There's one more before the end of the season. Really good.
Well, I'm watching second season of White Lotus.
Oh, the one with what's her name in it, right?
Yeah.
Is it good?
No.
No?
No. And people said the second season was better. I'm not getting it.
Is she the one that fucked it up?
No.
No?
It's just a weird storyline. Again, it's just about a hotel. There's maybe 4 different storylines. Not that great.
Really?
I'm not seeing it.
Huh. That's interesting. They're supposed to be making another Cocaine Bear-esque movie. It's Cocaine Alligator. Was that what it was? Cocaine Alligator? Cocaine Crocodile?
Really?
It's going to be fucking terrible. Cocaine Bear was good. It was really, but you got to go in there not expecting anything and just kind of
Yeah, I doubt I'll watch it, to be honest with you.
just go to hang out and watch it. It's really good that way. But if you're expecting a fucking Oscar Academy Award out of that bitch, you're watching the wrong movie. What was the other show that came out that you watched? Snowfall, right?
I haven't started this season yet.
You haven't started the new season?
Oh, I know which one that one is.
It's pretty intense.
It's a good show.
Yeah, it's a really good show. Really good show. What else are you watching? Is that it? White Lotus?
Yeah. It's unfortunate that I like to let episodes stack, so you
Right.
just watch them, But I got Snowfall. I got that one you're talking about.
The Mandalorian?
You gonna let that one stack up too?
Yeah, I
Or you don't like
probably
that show?
Oh, Mandalorian's good.
Oh, okay.
I didn't like Boba Fett too much.
Oh, that's the one. Okay.
I got this old BMF. You watch that?
No.
Drug dealers in the 80s.
I was there for that. I'm good.
And they're stacking up. So it's like, oh my God, I got to start watching.
Gotta hurry up.
But I don't have time.
So has this weather fucked you up for work?
Yes. 2 weeks ago was bad. Last week wasn't too bad, I don't think.
Judging by what I'm hearing outside, tomorrow might be a little fucked up.
Yes, I can hear it blowing right now.
Yeah. But still not as bad as like summertime, right? When it's
No.
or right before summer, right?
No. Like this last windstorm we had, pools didn't get that bad. But that was because it rained so hard before.
Right.
I think it patted everything down.
Right. And everybody back out walking the fucking trails, loosening everything up.
But in the summer when everything's hot and dry, all that sand's gonna get kicked up.
Well, they say that we're supposed to have some sort of meltdown within the next couple of weeks from and everything's supposed to flood the valley because of all the snow. And all the runoff comes out this way, so they're thinking it's going to fuck us all up.
Really? Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Yeah? The question is, why don't they get that while it's still chunky ice and take it somewhere where they could put it in the reserve or fly it over the Colorado River and dump the ice in there. And then we got water. I'm no fucking genius, bro.
You sound like one of the people that are like, just put a shield into the atmosphere so we don't get hit by meteors. Man.
Right? Huh? But it makes sense though, right? Like if you can go and you could scoop up water in the big old bag with the helicopter to go put out a fire, that helicopter could hover while a fucking tractor fills it with ice, and it's going to turn into water anyways. It's what you're used to carrying, and take it over to the Colorado River, empty it, come back and get more snow.
It can't be carrying enough to not cause a flood.
Yeah, but it could help. Everything helps. At that point, it's not about the flood. It's about saving water for us. The more ice they could take to the river and let it turn into water, the better it's going to be for us in the long run, right? So why just let it flood everything and create damage? Let's do something. Let's get ahead of it. Let's be proactive. You know what I'm saying? Alberto Villafana. No, anyways. Proactive. That's the zip cream. Yeah. No? Nothing on that?
You think trains would be able to take? Because there's no way it could be flown over there. It's just too much weight. The amount that's needed.
You know what? They could figure out how to line a train and use the train to fill and empty over, like, one of the bridges that they have through the ravines and dump it down there. It's going to make its way to the Colorado River.
Don't you think they would have figured that out by now? On how to do it?
Like
It probably happens so far and few between out here That
But that's what I'm saying, though. I'm no fucking genius, but hey, let's jump on it. You know what I mean? Like, here's our opportunity.
Did you know it kind of snowed in Cathedral City?
Yeah, I saw that. It stuck on the ground, right?
Yeah. Not for too long, but yeah.
Did you get pictures outside? Did you guys do your family pictures in the snow? I'm gonna be disappointed this year if I get.
I'll tell you what, we're having some concerns for this year.
Why?
Because my son's work only allows him to take like a full week off.
Right.
For vacation.
He only gets a week. A year?
when he takes time.
Oh, okay.
It has to be like a full week.
Okay.
This past year he would take a few days here and a few days there.
Okay.
But they're not allowing them to take time off both Christmas and Thanksgiving. It's got to be one or the other.
Oh shit!
And my family's leaning toward him coming home for Christmas. So we usually take our Christmas card pictures
Thanksgiving.
You can't just Photoshop him in.
It's not the same.
It's not the same, but
well, then I think it's time for you guys to pack some bags and go to.
That too. He can't come to you for Thanksgiving. Why not go to him?
I don't have Lopez money.
Please.
No, you got Pacheco money, which is much more than Lopez money.
No, Lopez got long dollars.
Shit. I got wrong dollars. I got pesos, homie. You got dollars.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because then you can go and take it in front of that, in front of the big fucking
bean.
No, don't they put?
Why would you take it in front of the bean, Tony?
Yeah, you're not even Mexican. Don't they? They put up a big tree, right?
In Chicago.
In Chicago, don't they?
I don't know.
I've never been there, so I don't know.
I've never been there for Christmas either.
Perfect. You go there for Thanksgiving, kind of get an idea of it. Black Friday in fucking Chicago, shopping for your Christmas gifts on Black Friday.
Probably got to take a gun to go Black Friday shopping in Chicago, though.
That would be a lot of fun. I think you need to do that.
I heard that and I know what he means.
What?
Shooting somebody on Black Friday?
No, hell no.
Yeah. Okay.
I wouldn't do that. Mm-hmm. But I think, yeah, well, for you that would be. I'd hate it being around that many fucking people and getting bumped into and all that kind of. And being cold and shit.
I like it. I'm the one that said I like the new stadium because it's not very big and there ain't a lot of people.
Yeah, but you'll be with your family and, getting to spend time with the kids, and maybe your son will hold your hand while you walk through the mall. You know what I mean? Do they have arcades in malls anymore?
If they do, they're like video arcades where they're like actual.
So they're like.
It looks like a tournament setup, like you know how they did the esports on ESPN.
So it's more of a Wi-Fi setup place than it would be an actual arcade.
Yeah, but it's like an actual gaming setup where it's like a PC and you play on a PC or with a controller.
They've taken all those things out of like McDonald's and fast food restaurants.
What?
Video games and stuff.
They never had video games in.
Yeah, they had the little.
They had the stands that were like 4 different screens. Yeah. Now they just have screens that are like a giant iPad that kids could go on.
I haven't even seen those. At least the one by my house.
I've seen those before.
Really?
Yeah. First they took down the all those hamster.
Yeah, the jungle gym.
Yeah, the jungle gym type deals, and they had put up all these, like you said, screens, like four chairs sit in a circle. They don't even have those anymore.
I never saw those. I've seen that, like the tabletops where you could play Pac-Man and stuff, but I never saw them at a fucking.
I haven't seen one of those in years.
I never seen them at no fast food restaurant though.
That orthodontist that I went to in Mojave, Lancaster, somewhere out there, they had one of those old 4 screen setups that was like a stand-up post, and There was like Sonic on there and Mario and all kinds of crazy shit on there. At a fucking orthodontist office.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Cause I guess the only Dave and Buster's would be it, right? Because the only place they really have a small arcade would be like at the movie theater.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, at the river.
Yeah.
Yeah, that because they
Even at the, yeah.
Wow. Do you remember that was so like that was the shit back in the day. You'd go to the fucking mall. Oh, dude, let's go to the arcade. And you're just walking around, sticking your finger in the thing, see if you come up with an extra quarter. You know what I mean? Hey, hold on, let's stop by my house. I got some bottles, got some cans.
Do they still have? I haven't been to Boomers in quite some time, quite some years. I wonder if they have their arcade is still up and running.
You know what?
Is Boomers even still up and running?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so, because that go-kart and the mini golf is still. But do they do anything to like repair the mini golf, or is it still kind of like? I'm not trying to talk shit.
I haven't been there in years.
Yeah.
I think the last time we went is when we went with the girls.
The girls,
right?
yeah.
Girls.
My brother's daughters.
Oh.
Cousins, weirdo.
Yeah.
Even out front, they've had that broken sprinkler for how fucking long?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
In the parking lot?
But I wonder if that's the complex's problem and not them.
Oh, but that fucking sprinkler's right next to the entrance.
Yeah, that too, right? Because what they have mini golf. They have the batting cages.
I've never seen the batting cages running.
Yeah, I've never seen anybody at them either.
Yeah. Never.
People don't go to batting cages anymore either.
No, I think yeah. I mean, do kids even really? I mean, there are kids that still go out and play sports, right? Like, they're not all just locked up with their fucking iPads, right? But it's becoming fewer and fewer, right?
I don't know. I'm not in that world anymore. But
Are there places that are just batting cages?
well, there's the
not out here.
Field of Dreams by
that
my
at?
house on Day Palm, the baseball fields.
Oh, right there by the school, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, because that's like a whole.
Because when that first opened, dude, that place was packed every night.
Really?
My nephew played, I think he would 5-6 nights a week.
Wow.
I had a team once for a season or two.
Softball?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
All your employees?
No, my nephew, and cousins and stuff. I played right field because that's where the ball gets hit the least. I remember one of the first shots that went my way. Dog, I was running towards it, full blast, running, gave it 100%. And they say you shouldn't do that because you can't really judge it. You have to wait. I just saw a shot coming towards me, so I started running towards it. And it flew so far over my head.
You're like, damn, now I gotta run the other direction.
And then one time, another shot came towards me, dude. I swear to God, all I did was stuck my arm out. And that's it. And that ball landed in my glove.
Got lucky as fuck.
Yeah, lucky.
Did you close your eyes, Tony?
I probably did.
That's fucking hilarious. I don't think I've ever played on any, like, after school or after work adult sporting event. Like in any kind of league. Whether it was baseball or fucking softball, football, darts, fucking bowling, nothing. I don't think I've ever done it. I think I've drank at a lot of those places, but I've never played. No, that's not true. I think I played pool one time in a league, but I didn't make it out of the first game. And the motherfucking Sharks came out of nowhere. I'm like, holy shit.
I think softball, that, like I said, only because I sponsored the team. It's probably the only thing I've done.
Really?
As far as, like, organized.
Did you like it, though?
Yeah, it was all right. You know, the wife and kids loved coming, and watching. And it's something to do, I guess. But dude, when you're running those bases and they throw that ball, you're covering your head.
Right.
Those balls come fast.
And that shit hurts.
Hell yes.
Well, we did this year for Thanksgiving, right?
Oh yeah, kickball.
We did a family kickball game at the park down here. Man, I think I was out there for like 3-4 innings. I was like, I'm done, dude. My fucking knee hurts. My back hurts from running.
Kickball?
Yeah.
Come on, kid.
Well, it's my right leg. That's my dominant leg. That's what I kick with.
Kick with your left.
I mean, come
Ain't
on,
nobody
man.
Keeping score.
Come on, man. It's like spanking your monkey with your left. You know what I mean? This shit don't work. Yeah, we had a good time doing that, but that's probably about the most or the closest I've ever got to a sanctioned event.
When you played kickball, was it with a soccer ball or was it one of them red balls?
Yeah, one of them red dodgeballs.
Yeah, those are cool.
Those are fun.
When they all go boing,
Yeah.
boing.
When I used to coach my son's t-ball and stuff, I'd have him play kickball first.
Okay.
We played kickball because the ball was easier to get to, catch. So you kind of like teaching them, like you said, leading.
Right.
It's like, yo, if you see him running to first base, throw it to second.
Right. Okay.
Stuff like that. And it's just with the ball being so much bigger and everybody was able to kick it and get on base type deal.
Right.
So again, I'm used to
How all the transactions work.
everything
Okay.
works.
That's a pretty good idea, Tony.
Yeah.
I like it.
Thank you.
How'd your team do?
We did all right. We went to a championship once and we lost.
Oh, I thought you were going to say just to go to watch.
And it was pretty cool because we lost that game and the team we played, like the dad was the coach. He was like all into sports. I had known him already through the season, I guess you could say. And all the kids were like, really into it. Not that mine weren't, but because you got me coaching them.
Right.
It is what it is. One time, one of my players, I wanted to kick the shit out of this little kid. He started yelling at me in front of everybody. Oh, man, I wanted to kill this little kid.
He started yelling at you?
Dog.
Like a man or like
Yeah.
really?
Dude, he was on first base. I'm the first base coach. Another kid is up. He hits the ball. So I tell my man, yo, you got to run to second. Well, the kid hit the ball pretty much straight to second. So the kid on
gets
first didn't
forced
want to
out.
run. And I was like, you got to go because here comes, your teammate. So he takes off running. Sure enough, he's out. My man.
It was hot, boy.
It was you told me to run. I shouldn't have run. I told you I didn't want to do it in front of everybody. I was like, get your little ass in the dugout. Shut up.
Wow.
But back to the championship game, we lost, and the coach had buckets of water balloons.
Okay.
And both teams went out in the outfield and had a water balloon fight.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it really was because, my kids were all sad. And, obviously his kids were all happy. But the water balloon fight kind of made it all.
Kind of evened everything out.
That was really cool of them.
Did any
That
of them
was a good
save any
idea.
for you and get you?
Nah.
I thought that kid was like, I'm going to wait. I'm going to get Mr. Pacheco what he's getting in his car.
Well, if you ever hear Luis's kids, sometimes they'll refer to me as Coach Anthony. I was their coach back in the day.
I got you. That's fucking hilarious. How long did you play baseball when you were up in the Hatch? Just a couple seasons, huh?
Yeah. And then I did the one in Tulare.
Okay. But when he was
So I
playing
did about
baseball,
3 years of baseball.
when he was playing baseball up in Tehachapi, it was fucking cold, bro. Cold. And like when he wasn't playing, Milo was playing.
And they got them younger kids up earlier.
It was even fucking cold, bro. I'd leave fucking Hayward like at 3:00 in the morning
What?
to get to them on time for their game to start. And I'd get there and I'm like, what is this fucking coldness? This is fucking crazy. But I would take a fake microphone and we'd stand there on the side and I'd video him with a phone. Hey, this is Sebastian Lopez broadcasting live from Tehachapi Youth, whatever. And up to bat now is my brother, Milo Lopez. Let's see what he does. Pretty fucking funny, dude. So he would do it. I'd be like, okay, hold on. I said, do it like this. And okay. And he'd go back, dude. He has an ear for inflection. So, a certain way to say shit to make it a little more exciting, and he was really, really good at it, dude. He could do sports announcing or any kind of TV shit, dude. That'd be great for him to get into.
Playing the sport was fun too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you have a good time?
Yeah. I wasn't very good until Larry, but that was just because that was my first year.
Yeah.
And then moving up to, but I fucking hated one of the seasons. Because the kid that would bat after me fucking sucked. So I could get to first or second, and I'd be like, well, I'm just going to stand here because I know I don't got to run to third. That kid fucking sucked. But we made it to championships one year. And right before we made it to championships, I fucking broke my arm.
Damn. Played?
So I couldn't play.
No, how'd you break it?
Oh, it wasn't baseball, but I broke my arm right before we went, and I think they were in Boron, just like an hour away from Tehachapi, like 45 minutes to an hour away, and we drove out there for the very first game. I was just watching because I broke my arm, but I was in the dugout with all my teammates and shit, and we lost the first game, but we went to a Mexican restaurant right after and had dinner with everybody. It was still fun, but I wish I could have played.
Did you just not want to play in high school? Is that why you didn't?
Yeah, mostly because most of the kids that would have been on the team were jackasses, and I didn't want to deal with that shit.
So, because they had already kind of formed their kind of
Yeah, they
clique.
had that clique in middle school and shit. Now I don't want to fucking deal with them. They were all taller than me,
Yeah,
which didn't help.
You had the same problem I did.
Yeah, I got your fucked genes.
Yeah, I was only so tall until like a year after I graduated, and then I kind of got a little tall. Then grew a little bit more after that, and then
Yeah.
I remember when I was coaching soccer. Some parents, they paid their money for their kid to play the sport.
right,
They want to get their money's worth. They take it serious.
right.
I had a few of those parents on my teams, throughout the seasons on the different sports. We only did soccer and baseball. And one time during soccer practice, we practiced at night. And it was cold. Wind was blowing. Cold. I didn't want to practice. But I'm the coach, and these people paid. They because it was scheduled. Practice once or twice a week and a game.
And your coaching is volunteer, right? You don't get paid to do it?
Correct. So we're out there. Practice is usually like, let's say 2 hours. After about an hour, one of the dads was like, Coach, it's kind of cold out here. You think we could call it? And I was like, well, that's up to you guys. I mean, and everybody was like, yeah, we've been waiting for you to call. It's too cold out here. And I was like, well, I'm sorry. I thought you guys wanted your kids out here, because I tire them out. I'd have them run the four corners of, eat touchies at the corners. And they're like, I was like, shoot, let's go. I didn't want to be here to begin with.
How many times they let you get away with that, though?
I just remember the once.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
I got yelled at once by another coach, too, because I had a ringer on my team. I had this kid, soccer phenom. He was incredible. We won every game because of this kid.
Really?
Yeah, it was one of those things I didn't want to tell him, but it was like, just give the ball to him. He'll be all right. And one game, the other team was just so bad, and not that we were great, but again, they were so bad, and we had this one kid that was so good. He just kept scoring. And at like halftime, the coach came up to me. He was like, hey, man, you can't be running up the score like that. And I was like, oh, shit, I didn't even think about it. It was probably like 12-0 or something.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Soccer? Holy shit.
Making all them kids fucking cry.
Yeah.
I was so hyped because like we were doing so well.
Right? Fuck.
I was like, then I had to tell that kid, okay, you're gonna play goalie for the rest of the game.
Wow,
for
how
the second
demoralizing
half.
is it for
yeah,
that kid,
it was
though?
bad, but I had to do it.
Wow. Fuck that. I'd have been like, hey man. gotta
You
let the
keep
kid
doing
be
what the
kid.
fuck you doing.
And soccer was bad too because if you on game days, if you were the first teams scheduled, you'd have to get there early to set up the goalposts and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit.
Dude, and then if you were the last game, you'd have to
Clean
take
all
it
that
down.
shit
Oh,
up.
dude.
Did you I'm not sure how to ask this without sounding douchey, but I'm gonna try. Did you have a lot of Mexican kids on your team?
Hell yes. Well, I mean, yeah.
Well, but like Mexican kids, like
The kid that yelled at me?
Mr. Pacheco.
Yeah, the kid that yelled at me?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
The soccer phenom? Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Come on.
Yeah, right.
What are you saying? Soccer what?
Phenom.
Like phenomenon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Am I not using that right?
No. you
No.
are. Yeah, he is.
Okay.
Yeah. You're using it right. You're good.
Do better, Seabass. Do better.
I'll let you know what it means after the show. Go ahead.
Well, we can figure that out now because the listeners want to hear it.
Go ahead, straighten him out if you think it's wrong.
Tell me.
What are you going to look up?
I guess phenom.
Spell it Findom. Which is also pronounced as that.
Intelligent talent experience.
How did you spell it?
PHENOM.
Spell it Findom.
FIN.
DOM.
Find him.
No, it's also pronounced phenom.
FIN what?
DOM. It's short for financial domination.
Right, it is.
Yeah.
But I wasn't saying Findom.
No, you weren't. You were pronouncing it the same way. Moving on.
But why would he use?
That's why I was questioning it.
But come on, Sebastian. Why would he use this phenom?
That's why I'm questioning it.
Come on. Why would he use this?
That's why I'm questioning
over
it.
the other phenom.
That's why I was questioning it. I didn't know if he knew what he was saying.
He was helping you out, dog.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, I guess.
That's where we are.
I guess I did better. Anyways.
What about? Was there anything else that you wanted to play when you were in school that you didn't? Basketball?
No.
Not. Didn't.
Nope. I thought about starting a fencing club
A
in high
fencing
school.
club?
Yeah.
Really?
But,
Well, because of pirates, right?
well, because sword fighting is fun.
Yeah. You know, if you were a kid now, like 5, 6 years old, you could actually say that you see yourself as a pirate, and we can go have an eye taken out, cut your hand off so you can put your hook on, and cut your leg off so that you could actually be a pirate. You know what I'm saying?
No.
And they would have to perform their surgeries for you.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
okay.
We could do that. Because he sees himself as a pirate.
Yeah, I'm transhuman. Trans personality.
Trans pirate?
No.
No.
Trans
Trans
personality.
phenom? I'm just kidding.
God, no.
Any final words, Sebastian?
No, I'm good.
Tony? Who do we got?
Yeah. Oh, first and foremost, happy birthday to my old lady, turning 39 this Thursday.
Woo!
The big 39, 39 forever. Happy birthday.
I was going to say, how long has she been 39 for?
for the rest of her life. Just reminding everybody, daylight savings is this Sunday.
Is it really?
Spring forward, change them clocks. I hate this time of year. I hate changing the clocks.
Yeah, I do too.
It doesn't make any sense. But anyways, Luis's youngest daughter, Vienna, her birthday's tomorrow,
Wow.
the 7th.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. She's 17.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's his youngest?
Is she going to be 17? She going to be 17. Wow. I met him when she was pregnant with her. That's a trip.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. Happy birthday, Vienna. My uncle Domingo from New York.
Yeah.
He turns 40 on the 13th.
Right on.
The big 40. Happy birthday. And I just want to say...
Well, are you doing anything for him?
No. I sent him
Sideshow t-shirt?
Firebirds gear.
Oh,
like
nice.
Like a jersey and a hat.
Oh, okay.
His son is plays hockey.
Oh, okay.
So they're into playing hockey. And I just want to say, my goddaughter Erica, she did a fundraising event for her work. She works at Pegasus Horse Ranch.
Okay.
They work with disabled children,
Right.
teaching them how to ride horses and so forth. She did like a fundraising event, and it's just weird how you know them as kids, and even though you grew up with them, you see them growing up, I should say,
Right.
and you speak with them on a regular basis. Not that they don't seem like adults, but you just see a different side of them.
Right.
I mean, she's married, she has kids, but she's still, we crack jokes and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So, but I was able to see her, work in a sense.
In her area, like
Yeah.
in her world.
Yeah, and I was really impressed. I mean, she gave speeches, spoke to the crowd.
Wow.
So shout out to Erica. I'm proud of her. I was really taken aback on how well she does what she does.
Wow. Good job,
Yeah.
Erica.
Yeah, very good job. But other than that, I'm good.
We're good. All right, everybody. Hey, thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate it. See you in about a week. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.